Do you think about how much money you've spent, and does it make you sick?
I don't really think about it, but now that you mention it, there's a lot of money in those boxes and walls, I tell you.
Hey, everybody. This is Brian. This is my first episode of So What You Got, where I wanted to talk to my video game collecting geeky friends about their collections. Right here, my buddy Ashley, aka Silver Fox 36 Gaming on Instagram. How did you get into collecting? What started it?
I've always loved video games ever since I was a kid. I was the typical tomboy that, watched the fights, liked boxing. One day I got pneumonia and it was really bad. And what else do you do when you lay in bed bored? You binge watch YouTube. So I binge watch YouTube and angry video game nerd.
Yeah. How old was this?
2015.
Is that when you started doing this?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's not that long ago.
Officially. I was always playing video games, always picking up video games to play. I had all my stuff from childhood. My mom was great. She kept all the manuals, all the games. I started binge watching YouTube and I realized that, wow, I saw all his games. And I was like, I kind of want more games.
Yeah.
And then the bug bit me. And
what did you play growing up? What systems or what games?
Nintendo all the way. Some of my favorites as a kid were the Addams Family.
Not Fester's Quest.
Absolutely not.
That game sucks.
That game's trash.
Yeah, we know that. The regular Addams Family game isn't that bad.
It's great, but it was very difficult. And I didn't even know what a Game Genie was until middle school. And then I go to Funko Land and I see the cool little newspaper they used to have, and you'd see like NES, alphabetical order, price. And I mean, I was excited. And then I bought Dick Tracy for NES and I stopped collecting for a little while. It was kind of bad. Now I have my CRT where I can actually still play.
You play the retro stuff on an old TV still. I don't like the hookups. I just want, I know.
My heart.
I'm all about video game preservation and the purity, but I don't need the wires and the loading screens. Just, I want to play it on my big TV.
I prefer pulling my carts out, popping them in, and getting the game going.
What's the goal with this? Because I've seen your collection on Instagram, which you post tons of pictures of all the stuff you're collecting and buying, and just pick this up today, and you put videos of you going to like a weird swap meet or garage sale or thrift store, and you always find something. Is the goal to get the complete collection? Is it bragging rights? Is it just to look nice on the shelf?
Well, I don't have a complete collection of anything yet. I am going for a complete NES set, but I'm at peace with not getting stadium events.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. A car. That's a house payment. That's a down payment. No. The regular stuff, I have 670 NES games now. I might get Banana Prince because it just sounds funny to me, and it's European, but I still want it.
What is that?
It's just a random adventure game that, I thought the name was funny. And
it is.
My husband does have a complete Game Gear set.
Wow. Yeah, and he collects too, which is...
Well, I got him started on that influence. So he's one away from a Sega Master System.
Do you guys compete to get
I was smart. I thought this through when we first started dating. He wasn't into collecting. I walked through his house when we first started dating. You're all in that little cute phase.
Yeah. Did he like games though? He liked, okay.
I saw games on his shelf and I was like, maybe he'll give them to me.
before this ends, let me get the games.
I didn't get it. Yeah, I didn't get the games. But he started taking me to game stores just to see what was out there and let me buy stuff, take me around. And then he was like, well, I really like Super Nintendo. I think I might collect for that. I was like, sure, because, this, I don't know if this will work out. And I'll tell him, hey, sure, you can collect for Super, and I'll just keep collecting for NES.
Yeah.
And now we're married, and now he has this NES collection.
A whole one, almost?
He's got all the heavy hitters.
So do you guys have one room dedicated to this in the house?
I have 5 or 6 shelves that are dedicated, like 5 actual things I got from Walmart for now, because we sold the house in Baltimore, and then we are going to be buying a new house. So we're in the condo right now.
Gotcha.
And it is full to the brim. I have games oozing out of every single section of this place. We're basing our house square footage off of just the basement alone.
I love it.
So we're like 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet.
How many of the games would you say you play? Because I know collectors sometimes don't ever play. I do know you do play.
30% of what I actually have, and that's a lot considering. I'm I'm a Switch kick right now. I buy 2 and I rip one open.
Do you really?
I sadly do.
Of everything?
Well, the new stuff, pretty much. I really want to preserve it, but if it's like Kirby, I'll open it. But Shantae, I have 2 or 3 of each, even collector's editions and all that. So
You're a big Shantae fan.
Oh yeah.
Is she your favorite?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game. I've played a few of them. Show me some of your favorite things, some of your least favorite things, your dumbest pieces you have, whatever you got. Let's show, like, is there a game that's just really dumb that I had to get this? I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it's a ridiculous game. It's Chumlee, the Chumlee game.
A Chun-Li game?
Chumlee from Pawn Stars, and I got him to sign it.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I got the Chumlee game and got him to sign it.
Why does he have his own game? First of all, what's the point of that? Look
I
at this
have
guy.
absolutely no idea.
Have you played the game?
No,
Is that going to be worth anything or no?
probably not.
Probably not. So
It's just
why?
one of those
Okay,
weirdo things. Like,
all
hey,
right,
it's weird. I got it.
I get it. Interesting. So it doesn't matter if it's worth some. It's if it's unique enough. Like there're probably not a lot of those made, I would guess, but you have
Well,
one.
yeah, that's basically what I tell people. Hey, you've heard of that? No,
Yeah.
I got one.
What else you got there?
Me being the Shantae fan that I am, this is a press plate. This is an original press plate for the limited run cards. All right. So this is Vinegar. This is the actual press plate. Only one of one is made. And I actually have
Jeez.
2 press plates. This is one of 2 press plates. So
That might be worth something. A few bucks one day. What
well,
is it?
one's going on eBay. I've seen some go for over $6.
$600?
Over 6.
Really? That's like a basketball rookie card.
Kind of sort of, yeah.
$600. Holy cow.
It's good to have friends in other countries. So I got these steel books
That's
from
nice.
England.
The Mario 3D World one's cool. Mario 3D World is the best Mario game ever made.
I really enjoyed it.
Fight me! It's the best game.
Me and my husband got to play it together, so that was pretty cool.
It's so awesome. I played on the Wii U when I had it, so it's the best. Because you like collecting games, but you also collect weird shit too. You like nerdy stuff that comes with games as well, which I like. Not just like strictly game.
Yeah, exactly. You got to branch out. You got to make it fun. Like one thing I did want to show you that I pulled is my poor Pikachu.
Oh my God, what is that?
He had a rough night. And,
I feel like this is what happens after someone tries to steal from you a Black Friday. That's what they look like.
How did you know?
Yeah, I know it.
I have a buddy. He makes Zamiibos. He does great work, and he did this one for me. And since I love Donald Duck,
me too. What'd you do to Donald? Oh, jeez.
He ripped out his intestines. But I go from that to an extreme of like Skull Kid. It's from Zelda, and I mean, it was just a random figure we found and picked up. It's not too expensive. I think I got this one for 30, and it's going for 60 or more.
It seems like every weekend you're first at a game store or a thrift store, something like that, and then stuffing your fat face with like barbecue or chicken wings.
Oh my gosh, I could really go for an egg roll right now.
That seems to be your typical weekend.
I love egg rolls. I love food. I am the fattest personal trainer you'll ever meet because I'm a personal trainer. So
right. If you go into a store, is there something you're looking for, or you're going for a con? Do you have a list of things? I remember you said when I met you at Long on Retro, your husband was also out hunting for something.
We go ready, break kind of action, and he goes this way, and I go that way. And if one sees something for the other, it's like we call it like, "Hey, you want that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I want that." I think when I met you, I had a stack of manuals in my hand because the con I met you at, they had manuals, and they had
Long Island Retro. You know what? That might have been what it was. That because you had the manuals, and I was like, "That's interesting that you're actually because you're going for the complete."
I was trying to avoid it, but everybody keeps telling me, "Why?"
No, the manuals are great.
I got like 60 manuals that time, and I got them for $1 a piece.
Do you think about how much money you've spent, and does it make you sick?
I don't really think about it, but now that you mention it, because I go nuts with limited run. I went to their grand opening, and I just destroyed. I grabbed like this, and my husband grabbed like this, because you had 15 minutes in the store on the grand opening.
Oh, like supermarket sweep.
Yes, but on steroids. I only made it to the Switch and PS4 section. That's
the first section. I went there a few weeks ago.
So yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet the creators of Shantae. That was the highlight for me.
I saw the store looks like an old Blockbuster kind. It's really cool, like an old video game store.
Yeah, the neon, very 80s.
They're all displayed on like books, like shelves and everything. It looks really cool.
I want to go back.
Is there stuff you still want? Like I need to get.
I'm also going for a complete 64 set. I'm probably like less than 20 away from a complete 64 set.
Really?
Yeah.
How many N64 consoles do you have?
I'm still missing Smoke Gray, Watermelon Red.
The fact that you even know that right away, how many? Because there's so many different colors of
3.
N64s. No, there's a bunch.
No, I'm missing 3.
Oh, you're missing 3. Yeah, there's like they made like 20. I had I like the see-through purple one, by the way.
Oh, Atomic Purple. No,
Yes.
yeah, that's Atomic
Or
Purple controller is lighter.
Arctic.
Is it Arctic? It may be Arctic. I had
That's Gatorade. I think Arctic Purple is Gatorade. Maybe Atomic is right.
I want to hydro dip a 64 because I have like 3 gray ones.
What is hydro dip?
Hydro dipping is basically you find a design, you can get them online, and you put the sheet over in water. You have to primer and prep the 64 first. You drop it straight down on the design and shake it a little bit so the water kind of disassembles the rest of the design. You pull it up, it's all done.
My face on your 64. Boom, that would sell for pennies at the next con.
Yes, let's do it.
What is the most expensive thing you bought, and was it worth it? Do you know?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question.
Oh boy.
I got it right here.
Oh my god, you have it. Little Samson, $500. $750. Oh my god. 1,100. All right. 1,000 even. Wow, $1,000 for that.
Last time I looked, it was like 3,400 to 4,000. I know, so I got a pretty good deal considering.
You did.
I thought twice about it, but my husband, now that he collects, he's great. He was like, "Babe, you need it for the collection."
That's insane.
I was like,
he's the best. I even told him when I met him too. I'm just like, you got something fun. You got something good here. You guys are awesome. Are you ever planning on selling these? What's the goal here? Are you keeping them? Is it for your kids? If you have kids, is it just for you forever?
Well, I want to keep the stuff. My husband wants to keep the stuff.
What else you got over there? You want to show us anything real quick as we kind of
sure. So, anybody that's a Shantae fan, here's the limited run card they came out with, one of many. I decided to paint it, and I actually had it signed by the creators of Shantae.
That's really cool.
I pulled Flintstone's Dinosaur Peak, and I want to show you one thing. This is a Link to the Past box. This is what it was actually shipped in, the actual game.
Oh.
And inside, I have a sealed 4 swords.
Yeah, look at that.
Minty fresh.
Did you put that that little case around it to keep it fresh?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite pieces just because who has the shipping box hardly with the sealed game?
I mean, it's funny because I save shit too. Is that box anything? I don't know. Probably not. But for us, yes.
With gaming, what are they willing to pay for it?
Yeah, that's everything too.
I mean, what are you willing to spend?
You just get that at a con, or did someone sell it to you, the box?
Actually, we went to a game store who shall remain nameless, that they're awesome. And they took me me, my husband, a few other people into their basement. Rows upon racks upon rows. I was in gaming heaven.
Yeah. What does that do to you? How do you feel when you see things like that?
I would attest it to what most girls feel when they see a sunrise.
Oh.
I mean, I don't feel that when I see a sunrise, but because I was just like,
were you gonna
around in awe, like, oh my God, that's.
Is there one thing you still want? Is there one thing that keeps getting away?
Arkanoid. I wanted Arkanoid. I know, of all the random things, I wanted Arkanoid.
Why don't you have Arkanoid?
I just got it at too many games this year.
Okay.
I looked in my app and I was looking around. I was like, okay, I don't have Arkanoid.
That's like a very common game, though, right?
I know. Well, I guess I could show you Dracula X complete in box. It's just one of the pricier SNES games.
That's nice. Super Nintendo had the best friggin' box art, man.
Got this on eBay. It was sold to Robo for the DS. It wasn't that expensive at first, but you know how games climb. And I ended up getting this sealed on eBay for like $200.
Have you played it?
No. I get on my little kicks, and this was my DS phase, and I went through and I got Shepherd's Crossing 2. That's probably one of the more expensive ones.
Okay.
Just had to hustle. It's finding the stuff. It's all about finding the stuff.
It's hard digging through that Game Boy or DS bin because they're so tiny, those cartridges.
He collects Sega Saturn, so Panzer Dragoon Saga, the most expensive of the 3. Traded a bunch of stuff for it, but ended up
really? What's the point of getting a double? Is just to trade later, you think?
If the price is right, I'll pick it up now. Game collecting is expensive.
You see an end in sight, or just going to keep going?
Honestly, I'll just jump on the next system probably, because he went from Game Gear to Master System, and now one away from Master System. He's on Saturn. So
this has been awesome. Thank you so much for being on So What You Got.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody check her out on Instagram, silver_fox_gaming_. 36 on
Yes.
Instagram. Awesome stuff. Ashley slash Silver Fox Gaming. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Your husband's even more awesome. If
He's
that's
great.
possible. He's great. Yeah, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.